Hi there, my name is Eli and welcome back to my channel, Draculaura. And in today's video, I have two brand new dolls to unbox and review. I have Cleo DeNile and Frankie Stein from the brand new Scary Sweet birthday line. I love this lineup of dolls. The theme is after Draculaura's birthday, kind of like G1's Sweet 1600 line, but now just sort of G3ified, if you will. So I'm so excited for this theme. Initially, I feel like it was a little similar to Monster Ball, because, you know, kind of like a prom line can almost be very similar to a birthday line, but I don't mind it. I feel like this birthday line is different enough where I feel like they're very distinct. Also, I like the concept of like a birthday line. I feel like it's sort of a lost art form in 2025. I don't know if like teenagers are throwing extravagant 16th birthday parties anymore like they were back in the day. I mean, back in the day, MTV had the My Super Sweet 16 TV show, which was themed after, like, you know, rich, snotty teens having just terribly excessive birthday parties where they would get like luxury sports cars and there was like, huge reveals for it. Like, it was a whole thing, right? It was a cultural moment. So I like that sort of concept and idea can live on through a doll line like this, where there might be youth of today who have no clue that birthday parties used to be this extravagant, but I love that Monster High can carry that torch. Now, there are two other dolls in this lineup. There's also, of course, the birthday ghoul herself, Draculaura, and a brand new character for G3, Cupid Asteria. I did order both of these, okay, but I did not like the screenings that I got for the dolls, so I ordered one more of each. They're coming in next week. Hopefully they look better. You know, it's unfortunate, but it happens. So today it's going to be a Clinky special, which I do not mind. I love Frankie and Cleo, and we'll see how these two look. And then sometime next week, hopefully we get these two in and I can make a video on them. But here's the description. This says, you're invited to the celebration of the century. Come dressed in fantastic fashions and bougie shoes. Oh wait, I missed that little part right there. It also says, sorry, midnight, February 14th at the Boutique Hotel. Okay, that makes sense. They're tying it into like the upcoming hotel playset. I also like that it's a coffin shape. It's very cute. And you can kind of see it's like a birthday theme, like the pink and black decor for Draculaura. Same thing on the box right here. You can kind of see like a balloon arch and some birthday gifts. So I'm liking the packaging. It's not like the best. I never really think G3 has the best packaging to begin with, but the dolls are really what I care about. So let me go ahead and unbox these so we can take a closer look, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just finished unboxing Cleo and Frankie, and I'm just so wowed by these two. Like, my initial first impressions, these dolls are so gorgeous. They might be some of the best offerings from Monster High G3 so far, just from everything. Like, they are the total package in my opinion. Fashion, hair, makeup, like they are giving me everything that I want from a fashion doll. And I'm very, very happy. Now, we're still gonna dig a little bit deeper. Let me get into the accessories before I fully look at the dolls. So they both come with a nice little birthday balloon. Here's Cleo's. It is like a scarab. I like the clear plastic, but it is a little awkward because you can see the sort of structure underneath that gives the scarab beetle its sort of little legs. So it looks a little awkward, but I still think it's kind of cute. And then right there is where Cleo can hold the balloon. Now, this did come in the packaging with like elastic wrapped around the balloon and Cleo's hand, but I undid that just because I wanted to show it separately. But you know, you can give it back to the doll. You do have to be a little bit strategic because it's kind of a heavy plastic accessory. So getting it to like hold and pose right is a little challenging, but if you try your best, maybe use some elastic, you should be fine. As I say that as I can't do it, but you know, you should be fine. If you really want to style them holding and wearing these balloons, it is possible. Now here's Frankie's. I love this one. I also love for Frankie, for their handle, it's meant to look like a, you know, a lightning bolt. I think that's really fun and thematic. And I just like the color scheme. Pink and blue is very, very cute. And let me show you. Okay, let's see. Maybe this hand. Let's try it. Okay, please, please, please. Yeah, you just have to kind of tilt it. Like I said, they're kind of heavy. So if you try your best and they hold it at a certain angle, hopefully you have success. No, it's falling. Okay, but y'all get the idea of it, right? Those are the balloons. I like them, they're cute. And then they come with a whole panel of accessories. I just cut the accessories right out because it's way easier to show y'all. You have the little name. Here is, it looks like some lipstick for Cleo. I think this is like a birthday invitation. Is it? Let's pop it out. Oh, it's kind of secure in there. Oh, it is. It's like a little cardboard. Is it a birthday invitation? Oh, it's like a birthday card for Draculaura. That's kind of cute. And then Cleo's purse. I love this purse. I love the color. It looks like a little round cake with a scarab. And then this is pointing at this, which is a gift for Draculaura. So just pop that right out. I like this. It's kind of cute. And then inside there literally is Draculaura's birthday gift. Okay. I can't grab it. It's like really in there. Let me use the balloon to like, like fish it out. Oh, that really did work. That actually really helped. Okay. And that is the birthday gift. It is a little sunscreen for Draculaura, SPF Raw. You know, maybe it's really expensive sunscreen. I don't know. Maybe it's like Drunk Elephant. Who knows? But it's cute. Happy birthday, Draculaura. There you go. I think that's fun. It's very thematic. Like if you were to get all of them, you can really like play with your dolls and act like they're at the birthday party and giving gifts to Draculaura. So I love that. And then here is the maybe like biggest birthday invitation, you know, maybe you could put this on a little stand when you like walk into the party right there. Very cute. Sweet 1600, you're invited. Come dressed to the 13s, Draculaura. Oh my God, imagine if this is all doll scale, like this is a birthday card, and if Draculaura sent out invitations this big, like that is drama. She's a drama queen, and I kind of love that. Okay, I think this is fun. It's a decent amount of accessories. It's not too much. It's a good balance of like thematic, but also fashion accessories. Like this is what I care about the most, the little purses. And I'm glad they're prioritizing like fashion accessories versus food. Oh, wait, did you guys see that gag? Double-sided. I'm kind of shocked by that, honestly. Like, I expect the front for sure, but the fact that it's double-sided paint details is very impressive. And there's the tiniest slit to put things in there. If you put something in there, it's probably gonna be lost forever. So, you know, just be forewarned. Okay, and then a little makeup accessory is, we've seen this before, so, and it's kind of like stuck in there. Just kidding. There we go. Cute. It also matches Cleo's lipstick color, so that's very fun. That little attention to detail, I do think it goes a long way. And then on to Frankie's accessories. Okay, here's Frankie's panel. They do get, similarly, a lipstick. There we go. Kind of like Cleo, same color. I don't know if we've seen this, though, yet for Frankie. I know we've seen that Cleo lipstick, too, but I don't think we've seen this Frankie one for G3. I like the little skelet at the top. Like, that's a fun detail. Mine's a little bent, but I'm just gonna bend it right back. And it also matches Frankie. I can't get it off. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's like this dark blue. Very cute. I like that, actually. It's like a fun little accessory, and you can probably put it in the purse. And then there is Frankie's birthday card. It is a lightning bolt. Wishing my fantastic friend an electrifying birthday. That's very cute. I like this. It is cardboard, so like, you know, it's not like the most durable, but it's still fun and thematic, so I'm a fan. And then I don't think I read Cleo's. Oh my gosh, let me grab it. Here's Cleo's. It says, happy birthday, boo. I'd spend millennia with you. Love, Cleo. That's sweet. This one's kind of ugly, though. I don't really like this card. I think this card is a lot cuter. Okay, and then here is Frankie's purse. Now, why is this one not double-sided? Doesn't this seem like a lot more detail too? Like it's gold, there's like 2 paint colors. This one only has a blue paint right there, but not on this side. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, this actually looks like paint. This kind of looks like that UV printing that they do. Like they did this printing on the Monster Fest bags. So yeah, very different quality between the purses, which is kind of unfortunate. Cleo is taking the reign here. This is just kind of, you know, not as nice as this, but I do like the overall design. The lightning bolt shape is nice, and then the handle are like clamps. I like that, and then electricity, that's very fun, and then the drippy birthday cake design is also nice, but I just wish it was double-sided like Cleo. Okay, and then here is the gift Frankie is giving Draculaura. This bag is cute as well. This is really little, and this is a lot easier to just grab. Okay, what is this? Like a ring or a necklace? It's so little, and it's this pink color, and then it has a heart, and it says the time maybe. I can't tell. Is it like 13 o'clock? It's a watch. It's a watch. Yes, and it's military time because it says 13 o'clock. But it is really little, but very cute. Actually, I like that. It's a little bit nicer than the sunscreen, if I'm being honest. And I'm just gonna plop that right back in there. And then the same old birthday invitation. So those are all of the accessories. I think they're kind of fun. I'm a fan. I think that was nice. And now let's take a closer look at the dolls themselves. All right, first let's take a look at Cleo. I want to start off with her makeup. I love this screening. It is very unique for G3 Cleo, and initially looking at it, you might not see some of those key facial features that kind of make this doll stand out, but for me, right off the bat, it is the shape of her inner corners right here, the way they sort of curve inwards like that. It actually reminds me of G1 Holiday Cleo, the winter edition. She has a very similar eye shape, and I don't know if G3 has given us this exact eye shape before for Cleo, and it is really different and very unique for Scary Sweet Birthday. Like, for example, I don't know if this is the best example, but this Buried Secrets Cleo, who has also a stunning face, has a very different eye shape, as you can see. That almost makes this doll look entirely different. Granted, this Cleo is a front-facing glance, and this one is a side glance, but like the eye shape alone is very different between these two Cleos. And I feel like this eye shape really works for Scary Sweet Birthday. I don't know, I just really, really like it. And then one more thing, Scary Sweet Birthday, all four of the main dolls in this like lineup right here, not including, I don't think, the like playset Claudine, but Cleo, Frankie, Cupid, and Draculaura, they all share a prominent makeup feature, and I love that. They all have this very like graphic white eyelashes, as you can see. So the upper lashes and lower lashes have just white lashes, and it's very different, and it really makes these dolls stand out. So right off the bat, like, I'm just in love, love, love with this makeup. It is so stunning. And I also think I just got like a near perfect screening. Like, this never happens. Like, look how perfect this screening is. I love the eyeshadow, this graphic gold and teal on the bottom and the top. It is just perfect. It is so stellar. Also, Cleo with the front-facing glance really does slay. Like, she is staring deep into your soul. Okay, and then she has this nice brown lip color with her classic sort of like gold lip detail right there. One thing they did with these dolls, which I like, I don't know if everyone will, but the way they're printed they're sort of like this ombre effect. For Cleo in particular, it's meant to look like the corners of her lips are sort of fading, right? Like, it's more dark brown in the middle, and then as you get to the edges and the corner, it fades out. I love that detail. It just makes these lips look very dimensional, and they look very real. Like, it's just such a cool effect, and I think it's done very successfully. I think this effect is what they wanted to do when they gave those lips to Claudine and Laguna in Monster Ball. That did not really work. Like, that was kind of a flop. Now, like 2 years later, this right here, this totally works, and this is very successful, so I'm very impressed. And then also, last little detail on her makeup that I love, she has these little sparkle details on her eyeshadow. And they just shimmer and shift ever so slightly, and it is so beautiful. And then her brows, I mean, look at those nice arched brows. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now moving on to her hair. I love this hairstyle. It's very ambitious. It's very wacky. It's just like high pony with this bump it detail right here. There's even a wraparound right there. Like, it's tiny. It's a little wraparound, but it's a wraparound, okay? Monster High, like, never does that. That's very, like, an MGA thing, so I'm kind of impressed. They're stepping up their hair game, and I appreciate it. Also, if you're curious, all four of these dolls have saran hair. So this is nice saran. It's very waxy because it's right out of the box. So, you know, it doesn't need a good wash, but it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It has tinsel, signature of Cleo. The only thing, I'm kind of being annoying, but I don't care, I'm gonna say it, is I wish her hair color just had some of this like Tiffany blue, like minty teal color, because you can see it's kind of prominent throughout her design, and I just wish her hair had that as well. But overall, like, I think the design still really, really works without it. It still feels very balanced. I'm just annoying, and I like things very matchy-matchy, so whatever. But also, she has this very prominent headpiece going on. You can see right here, it kind of tucks under her bump it, and then it wraps all the way around her head in this gold plastic. And then off to this side right here, there's this longer chain detail. I like it. It's kind of busy with the earring though. Like, the earring and this chain detail, it's slightly busy. not terribly busy, but just like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of like design, visual noise happening right here. So, I don't know how I feel about that. And then her earrings themselves are also really nice. This is a new sculpt. They're these snakes with a little dripping detail right there on the head. I like the drippy details for this design for like these dolls because it's kind of, you know, the cake frosting like dripping and oozing. So I like that. It's sort of like a consistent theme throughout. And overall for Cleo's makeup and hair, I would say it's a 10 out of 10. I'm just really impressed and also very intimidated to try and recreate this hairstyle because I'm going to want to take this down and wash and condition and then put it back together. And I am scared to redo this bump it because this looks hard. And mine honestly looks pretty decent. It's a little messed up like right here, but for the most part, it's pretty nice. Also, it is slightly gelled, like it's a little bit gelled to kind of give it that volume. So, you know, just be wary. But overall, just obsessed. I love her. She looks so good. All right, taking a look at the fashion, I really love this design. I like the color scheme. I like all of the black going on. Like these sleeves in particular are beautiful. And I know they're going to be super popular with restyles. They're just so dainty. They remind me of Dior a little bit. I love the bows. I love the mesh. It is just so gorgeous. And even though we don't have like mummy wraps here, the long bows still sort of evoke that idea and that fantasy of mummy wraps, even though it's not like that mummy wrap color. So it still feels like Cleo's fulfilling, you know, her mummy fantasy in a weird sort of way. Also, I hope I'm not speaking out of left field, but this design for Cleo in particular feels very like Marie Antoinette. It's a little bit Baroque, like this design of her cape skirt in particular and her hairstyle and the headpiece, like she feels very, very ornate and I love her design. Her design stands out the most from the other ghouls, like her skirt in particular and this shape, like this wide bustle right here. It's very, very nice and fancy and just gorgeous. Like, look how beautifully this is sculpted. You can tell a bulk of the design here, like all of the heavy lifting for the fashion is these cage skirts for sure. And Cleo's is very, very beautiful. I love the snake right in the center in that teal color. And then you can even see the sculpt detail here. There's some snakes hidden in there, just beautiful and regal. Fits Cleo's vibes. It's also kind of fun. Like it's not necessarily like classic Egyptian fashion styling, but it's in the Cleo's theme. So I don't know, there's something going on here for Cleo's design that I actually feel like she's the sleeper hit from this series. Like I feel like if you have taste, you're gonna see what Cleo has to offer and you're gonna appreciate it. Like that's my early impression, but like she might have the best design. And I don't know if everyone's going to agree with me, but like this is really, really impressive. And then underneath you can see there's this like mesh teal fabric. I love that. It's very tightly wrapped around her body. And I've seen some people mention that this whole design kind of reminds them of a scarab beetle. That's kind of ambitious. I don't know if I see that, but you know, I like the fantasy. And then I really need to take this apart because I can't see what's going on underneath. So you know what, let's take it apart. Okay, there's a little mushroom clasp in the back. And then that just kind of plops right off. Ooh, my Velcro is like very misplaced. Let me fix that. Wow, my fabric got caught in the Velcro. Ooh, okay, just trying to be careful. Okay, so this is all one piece. I was hoping it was two piece, but it's not, it's fine. Okay, there you can see the back. Even this is nicely sewn together and sort of ruched. So you have these nice pleats right here. And then there it is from the front. You can kind of see the detail right there with the gold metallic foil. Very nice. And there's even a subtle print on the actual dress itself on the lower portion right here. And then this top portion right here, there is no print. But this is a very pretty dress, even just stripped down like this. This is very cute and stylish as well. I have to say though, I actually like it better with the cage skirt, believe it or not. But stripped down, it's also really, really pretty. And then up close, you can see her necklace a little bit better. I think it's nice. It actually fits really well. And there is elastic that already came sort of keeping it held in place. And that's what it looks like on the back. But yeah, Cleo stealing the show here. And then lastly, her shoes. Just, I mean, look at these. Look at these shoes. I am obsessed. The snakes, once again, popping up in that beautiful teal, like mint Tiffany blue color, and then the frosting detail all around the rim of the heel. I don't know what's going on here, like these layers. Maybe cake is what it's meant to evoke. I'm not too sure. And then nothing on the bottom. Kind of shocked by that, because usually Monster High delivers, but you know what? It's okay. But overall, these shoes are gorgeous. Okay, that is Cleo's fashion. Let's just plop this right back on. Okay, it took a little bit of finagling, but I got the skirt back on, and that is Cleo from head to toe. I think she'd look even better holding her purse because it just ties in that blue accent color. That blue accent color, I think, is really what's doing it for me with this doll. Like, ooh, she is superb. She is a diva. She is taking it. Okay, Cleo, I'm very happy with you. You are gorgeous. You are showing up the birthday girl. Like, this is a beautiful doll. I think Frankie will be just as good as this Cleo though. So now let me take a closer look at Frankie and see how they fare next to Cleo. Okay, getting into Frankie's makeup. I love Frankie's makeup. It is so nice and subtle. I love all of these silver eyeshadow going on right there. It kind of gives them raccoon eyes, but it kind of works. Also, they have the white eyelashes, but this time only on their upper lashes, not on their lower lashes. So they do stand out a little bit. And I also like the lightning bolt details going on. It's very subtle, like it barely captures on camera, but it's gorgeous. And they also have like really prominent blush, but you can kind of see the exact circle. Like it's not very blended. So their blush kind of reminds me of like Pikachu, but I really like it. Like, I don't know, I think it looks fun. And I feel like the blush has been more and more subtle lately. Like early G3 dolls were giving you blush out the wazoo. So I like that the blush is very prominent here. And then like Cleo, they also have those similar ombre lips, but this time where the edge of Cleo's lips just sort of faded into like Cleo's skin tone. Here we have the inner lip being like black and then it fades out into blue. And I love these lips. These are so pretty. Overall, I just feel like this Frankie's face is very unique. The blue eyebrows even, just everything is so nice. So for me, I really am a fan of this face. And for reference, let me bring out Hollywood Frankie, who has been also a very fan favorite face. And once again, these Frankies, even though they're the same character, feel vastly different from one another. I think it is the eye shape even. You can see Hollywood's eye shape like right here. They're more sleek and like snatched eyes, whereas Scary Sweet Birthday Frankie's eyes look a little bit bigger and rounder. And I mean the brow shape, like there's so many differences going on here, but yeah, pretty fun to see them side by side. Okay, moving on to Frankie's earrings. I like the earrings here because they are these cuffs, but you can actually see them. On Monster Fest Frankie, they also had ear cuffs, but like they were hidden by the hair. So it kind of felt, I don't know, pointless. But here you can actually see them, like they're very prominent. So I'm a fan. And then this one has this chain dangle right here, and it's a little bit longer than that side. So that's kind of fun. And then Frankie has a side shave with a high pony and this bang detail that is like wrapped to the side. You can see because this like hair is snatched right here, that when it gets pulled up in the ponytail, there's just this like short blunt piece right here. So that is not a mistake. Like no one cut your doll's hair. It's just because this is part of this like snatched bang detail. So yeah, you have to get used to that. Or if you take the hair down, you can figure out a different hairstyle. I don't mind it. I love this hairstyle. I just want to have my ponytail sit a little bit higher up on Frankie's head. Like it's kind of sitting far back. I kind of want it like, instead of here, I want it coming out like here. Just a little bit more snatched, a little bit more Arianka, you know? And then there is this hair cuff. It's kind of sitting awkward because the ponytail is so far back, but I do like it. It's got these nice spikes sticking out of it. It's really beautifully sculpted with these chains jutting out the sides. I think it'll look really nice if it's just a little bit placed higher up. Like I said, I keep repeating myself, but this just needs to be shifted a little bit up. But overall, I love the color blend. I love this hair here on Frankie. Even though it's hair colors that we've seen before on Frankie, the pattern itself is very unique, right? Like the color blocking with the black, the white, the blue. So I don't have the same complaints that I had for Cleo, where like I wanted a different color for Cleo. Here with Frankie, I am perfectly content. Okay, getting into Frankie's fashion, I have no words. This is beautiful. I love this outfit. I also love how high-waisted it is. You can see like doll nudity forewarning, but you can see like Frankie's waist is probably like right here, but their waist here is very high and it makes them look super tall. Like Frankie's already very tall, but just the way this silhouette is and the way this is designed, like Frankie just looks so long and leggy, and I love that here. I also love the little pops of pink throughout. I mean, obviously, most notably, they have a pink Pepto-Bismol prosthetic. I love this. Also, once again, for reference, it is different than Hollywood, where Hollywood sort of has that like disco ball star design, and it's a little bit of a lighter pink. So these are not the same exact prosthetic legs for Frankie. And then you can see we have the pink throughout their design as well. And it's just enough. It's just like sprinkled in there enough where I think it just gets the job done. And I love it. I love it so much. Most notably, I love this right here. I love this like blue tartan print with the pink metallic stitches throughout. Ah, look at that. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. And it's only on this side. This side, there's none of this detail because we have the cage skirt. So I really feel like this design is so well balanced, so well thought out. I love the sleeves. This sleeve sort of sits on the forearm, whereas this sleeve goes on the entire arm. And once again, it just creates nice balance. There's so much interest, like your eye just beautifully glides throughout this doll's design. And it is so, so gorgeous, so impressive for G3 Monster High. Like this is one for the books. This is one for the books for sure. And then Frankie has also a necklace piece right here. It's fine, it's a blue plastic, it gets the job done. It's not painted. Oh, but it does have a clasp in the back. That's kind of fun. I'm obsessed. Like this fabric right here, this mesh fabric has this stitch, like this tartan print on it to kind of match here. It is beautiful. Also, this fabric reminds me of Dawn of the Dance Frankie, so like that's cool. I just am really impressed. Now, Frankie's cage skirt is also really cool. We have some of that similar like Baroque filigree design right here that gives it a fun, whimsical feeling, but it's still very Frankie Stein with like these middle bars right here, beautifully jutting out, gives it a nice structure. You can see right here, there's like whipped cream dollops. I wish the like frosting design right here was also white. I think that would look really fun. But overall, like I'm not complaining. This is just really cool. And then there's these chains sculpted that wrap around in the back. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful. One thing though is this skirt is like so structured that like, you know, you can't just like lay the arm flat. You kind of have to be really strategic with how you style this doll. So, you know, it does create some limitations, but nothing that I'm upset with. Like I'm totally fine with that. I think it is a-okay with me. And then going on down, there's the pink prosthetic. Here are these shoes. Okay, these might be the best Frankie shoes I've seen so far. This sculpt is beautiful and they are so metallic. I can't tell if it's like, what is going on here? Is the plastic blue? Okay, it is blue, like metallic plastic. And then I think the silver parts are painted on, as well as the white like whipped cream frosting detail. They went all out with these shoes. All of the spikes, the studs, the lightning bolt heel that kind of matches the purse. Like, are y'all seeing the material here? These are the best shoes. Like these are perfect. Once again, nothing on the bottom. I'm not mad, but there's no traction. Like you're gonna slip on these shoes for sure, so be careful. But I have no words. Like this is everything. Okay, yeah, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I am so happy with these dolls. And then let's style Frankie with the purse. I think this hand. Let's try it. Okay. I'm struggling here. It's such a tiny little handle. I can't fit their hand underneath. Okay. There we go. Maybe like a little wave or like I always do like a hand to the mouth thing like that. Ugh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Do y'all see these two? Okay. I am a very happy collector. These are just very impressive dolls. And Clanky is really setting my expectations high. Like Cupid and Draculaura are gonna have a lot to live up to because I am super impressed with these two dolls right here. Now, out of the box, I think they're fun to display, but I do need to fix up the hair. So in the near future, I'm definitely gonna have to give these a wash. But like, do you see this? I think these could go on the shelf right now and like steal the show. So kudos to you, Monster High. Y'all are really stepping up your game for G3. These are for sure the strongest release of the summer. I think these are better than Hollywood. These are for sure better than Buried Secrets Wave 2. These are just some of the best dolls that they have released so far, and I am very, very impressed. Let me know down in the comments below what y'all think of these two dolls and who wins in this duel today. Do you think Cleo is better or Frankie? I would love to hear your thoughts. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot say. I'm going to give it to... Oh gosh. I think I'm going to give it to Cleo. I'm going to give it to Cleo. I love Frankie, but Cleo, I think, really shocked me at how gorgeous she is. Like, I knew Frankie was going to be good, but Cleo, I was kind of counting out a little bit, and then she snuck up on me and surprised me. So I think I'm going to give it to her for that reason. Like, I think Cleo is the underdog of this series, and I'm going to give her, you know, the flowers that she deserves today. But that is all I have to share. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me and watching me unbox these two gorgeous Monster High dolls. My name is Eli. This is my channel, Draculaura. Subscribe and stay tuned for more future doll content, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Okay, goodbye.